Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning back into Chaos Culture Radio. I got a special guest today. You know what I'm saying? My educator, the man with the plan. You know what I mean? Dr. No Job, J-O-B, just over broke. You know what I mean? And he's the sponsor for the show today, shoplikeaking.com. For let me pull up that website so I get the spelling right. SHOPLIK and then the A, then KING.com. And you know, you get 20% off with the coupon code chaos. Okay? Now, Jay, what's popping?
Man, maintaining, man, man, just get my thoughts together, man. Listen to people like Professor Griff and other brothers like that on YouTube. The Black and Truth, stuff like that, getting real information, not just CNN and not just from MSNBC, but getting, the Black and Truth, get the real truth, man. That's where the real information, the black media is definitely on YouTube. So I definitely listen to that a lot.
No, definitely. So let me ask you a question. What's your opinion in the climate that we're going in right now?
It's about time. It's about time that, we stand up and man up, because they've been doing it.
100%.
The only difference now, we got everything on video. They can't deny that. They've been denying this for long period of time. Long. It's our fault.
A history of this, a systemic racism.
Yes, it's our fault. We should comply with the police officer. Police officer is not racist. It's us. It's our parents. They always blame the victim when the racism is shown. It's overflowing like a cup of water, and the faucet is on. You can see the water overflowing in the cup. You can't deny it right
now. No, 100. But let me ask you a question. So compare from this time compared to many other times, and I'm talking about, we can go as far as back 5, 6 years or 10, 20 years. What you think is a lot different now? You know what I mean? As far as just like the conversation that's going on with the people.
I think the main difference we got on tape and the social media. See, the whole world was popping up. This is the same thing. See, nothing really, because remember Martin Luther King saying a lot of preachers, white preachers and ministers and pastors to come out and help him fight white supremacy way back then. Remember, they caught everything on video on the news. We have dogs biting little kids, dogs biting men in their private parts, and dogs biting women on their breasts. So the whole world was seeing that way back then. And right now, the same thing. The whole world sees popping. And remember, America always like to give finger at other countries. Another country see it like, oh, whoa, time out. You can't tell us nothing. Look what you're doing to the Black American people here. So the major difference right now is the media, the Facebook, the YouTube. Again, you have the black media putting the truth out there so the whole world can see. So that's the main difference. It's a blessing for social media, to be honest with you.
No, I love to hear that. You know what I mean? And you're 100% right. So the next thing I want to think that I'm noticing, especially when every time somebody getting shot, we about to hit the climax now. Everybody done rioted. Everybody done looted. A whole bunch of stuff is going on. We hitting the climax, but there still has not been a conversation of demands, standards, or what's next. And what you think is missing out from this conversation?
The main thing is we can't allow the people like Oprah and Gayle King to take charge of what's popping right now. We the people on grassroots have to take what's popping. We got to control everything, And right now, the main thing right now is economics, and economics. Right there. Martin Luther King, remember, when they didn't allow black people to ride in the front of the bus, Martin Luther King and them, they boycotted, not just by marching with signs. They stopped riding the bus.
Yep.
Like a whole year. And the bus company lost a lot of money.
Yep.
And they bowed down to Martin Luther King's demands at that time. They said, okay, you could ride the bus and you can sit anywhere you want. But we got to do the same thing economic. We should support black business wholeheartedly.
Yep.
Don't say you're going to do it. Like me, I get my wash my clothes detergent from a black company.
We definitely know that. You showed me.
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah. I got my money in the black bank. We have to do stuff like that, man. So again, no one's gonna put water hoses on you because you support a black business.
No
one's gonna stick a dog on you, because you because you buy detergent from a black person.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And we can do it, man. And the thing about it, it's much easier, man, for us, especially right now, that we control every ass Africa. It should be in a black bank. We have too many black banks out here. For one black bank might not be a good fit, try another one.
Yeah.
And keep that going. One company might not be a good fit, try another one. Let's stop making excuses why they support each other. But economics.
No, you're 100%. I think that's the biggest message that's missing out of a lot of these entertainers' mouths. And, they talking about, a lot of this kumbaya stuff, we shall overcome. But, nobody's talking about redlining, people not being able to get loans from banks. You know what I'm trying to say? Because, you can stop a bunch of police from shooting, but we still going to be poor in the ghetto.
Oh, listen, hands down. And, they whisper what you're talking about. But they like to change the narrative. They talking about people of color, like time out. People of color not being killed out there. People of color not being really discriminated, like black American. We got to use that word, black American.
Let's get real Pacific.
Real Pacific, because you talking about people of color, you talking about East Indian. Can you show me a video with East Indian getting killed by the police?
No,
show me one video. Show me a video of an Asian man or woman that get beat up by the police. Give me one example of that.
Can't find it.
So you're definitely not going to find that. So you have to, definitely not going to find it. So you have to really be specific and don't allow them to sit there and say, oh, people of color, we're going to help people of color. No. It has to be the word black, hands down. And you talk about like gentrification. I mean, that's racism in itself.
100%.
And these are the nice white people you're talking about, not the mean ones.
Yeah.
So you got a different. You got the Donald Trump, the mean one.
Yep.
You have the nice one, like a Bernie Sanders, the smiling one.
Yep.
The same difference. But they both are deadly, no matter how you look at it.
Definitely.
Because gentrification, they cannot come in and kick you out like they did, in Central Park, what used to be 100% black owned control. They came in and told yo niggas.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, you just put me onto that.
It was 100% black owned and control. You had a few Europeans that got off the boat, but the main community was 100% black owned and controlled. And like if I'm not mistaken, almost the late 1800s, they like yo, we need a park. Y'all gotta go and kick them out. But again, and gentrification today doing the same thing, not with guns but with money. Because white folks got access to money. They could go to a bank with an average credit score and get a loan for this, and the third.
Ooh.
And we can't do the same.
So let me put you in this. Let me put you in this position right now. Let me ask you this question, and this is gonna be pertaining to what you're saying, but it's about George Floyd. You know what I mean? Because I've read his story and I heard that he left Houston because he could not find a job to go to Minneapolis, and he was working two jobs. I think one as a security, as a bouncer, and then the other one was as a chef, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if he was in a better socioeconomic situation, meaning that where he was working or he had his own business or something, do you think an Arab at an Arab-owned corner store would have called police on him if he had money?
Them perfect Arabs are not up front. Let's get one thing straight. Yeah. No matter you have money or you don't have money. I mean, and what was the reason he called, the police on him? What? Something about a fake $20 bill.
A fake $20 bill.
Now, where's the fake $20 bill at? Did they show it? Do they have that for evidence? So
they don't have no evidence.
When somebody called the police on you, they don't say, "Hold on, sir, can I see your bank statement?" They don't say that. No. Oh, you poor? Okay, I'm calling the police on you. They don't say that, man. No one pull you over and ask for a financial statement, and you got money. Oh, you ain't like the rest of them Negroes. So I'm not gonna call the police on you. So I mean, it's a strong possibility. The perfect Arab will call the police on him because he only did it because of the color of his skin. Because that was another perfect Arab. He would never call the police on him if that's true about the fake $20. They would took the money, tore it up, and say, "Get the hell out of my store! Don't ever return there no more."
But if he was doing better economically, I don't even think he'll be spending the 20 at an Arab store.
Oh no, it wouldn't be. Yeah, and he had a credit card assigned. So
basically, he would have just swiped and kept it moving, and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's the point that I think, where I think a lot of people don't even think about, and they don't even think about where they start to act as far as just they start to associate racism with economics, which I think that goes hand in hand. And I don't think we don't talk. Don't get me wrong, racism is everywhere. Rich people go through racism, but not at the high number that poor blacks are going, poor African Americans.
Oh, and the main reason they could travel, they could just bounce anytime they feel like it. They don't have to. They don't have to, get permission to take a week off from their business or whatever they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a poor person, you work at a job, you got to put in a slip to get the certain days off, like a slave, like a good slave. So I mean, they still remember LeBron James' house got spray painted. You feel like he's rich, so it's definitely gonna affect you. But again, it's easy for LeBron James to move. It's not easy for a poor black person to work at a job, work paycheck to paycheck to bounce easy. It's not easy for them to move. And again, you dealing with racism at the job. At least when you're an entrepreneur, you most likely you work at home. So that's a lot of, racism is cut out because you don't got to go to the job and deal with that racism. The only time it really a rich person or an entrepreneur deal with racism when they leave their home and they drive in a car or they go to the mall. Because you can have a black car and the store clerk still could call the police on you. It happened many times before where, a millionaire used his black card. They're like, whoa, hold on. And they call the police on him. So it can happen no matter what, rich or poor. It's just poor people is limited with resources where they can go and all. So that's the main difference right there.
So let me ask you this one question, because I know this is, this is one of your biggest ideologies, and I think a lot of people need to hear that as far as with that on encompass to this next question I'm asking you. So if you had a list of demands or a list of demands or maybe some ideas, what would you think, what your ideas would be to help the black community as far as just with dealing with systemic racism, dealing with poverty, dealing with the poverty mindset that we've been having for so many generations and so on?
The first thing I would do, I would contact Dr. Claude Anderson. That's, he's been doing this for years. He's an expert. He's my elder, a wise man. You know what I mean? So I'm just a student. You understand what I'm saying? So I definitely would get him on board and just sit back and allow him to say what popping. But the main thing what black people can do, again, is really to be an entrepreneur. Economics. Because economics alone, we can control a lot of stuff. Like Dr. Claude Anderson said, you could buy a politician with economics. If you can't buy them, we rent them. So that's what we need to do as black people. And I don't care what state you live in, it should be a black community in each and every state where we control everything. And economics is the only way that we can control stuff in our neighborhood, in our hood. I can give an example. Over there, in every state you go to, you got Chinatown, right? Every state. In Boston, in Massachusetts, you got two actually. You got one downtown, you got one in Quincy. A lot of people don't know that. They got
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And they're starting to take over Malden.
Yeah, and they trickle into malls and stuff like that. But again, you don't see them out there voting and protesting. Because economics, they tell a politician, listen, I donate this money, but this is what I need you to do for me, for the community, Asian as a whole. But again, get back. Black people, economics. You need to get off that plantation, aka job that you have, and do something financially for yourself. So that'd be the main key right there, economic. Because we have to have a code. We have to be on code. And I always say there's three things. A lot of stuff negotiable, but three things I would never negotiate with is the black people come first. The black women come first. That's a fact.
B1.
B1, or they B1. And support black business wholeheartedly. Make every excuse why you support black business. If you got to drive an extra 6 blocks just to support a black business, you should do that. I do that.
Most definitely.
My dry cleaners.
And I know you do. And also put this point in, and they should not question the price of what the black business is listing as.
I hate that. I despise that because they don't go to Target and question them prices. I never heard a Negro at a cashier say, $39.99. Let me talk to the manager. I never heard that whatsoever. But they go to a black store and they want to negotiate. They want to, shut up, man. See, that's the poverty mindset. A lot of stuff will follow as well. And then the third one is stop the self-hatred. And right there, you hate it when you sit there and you question somebody's price for a bar of soap or whatever the case may be. You got no problem spending that money on that Hennessy. You got no money, no time, no problems buying that marijuana. And that's cool. That's what you do. That's what you do. But you don't question that. When it comes to a legit man, someone who got a store, and they might charge an extra 25 cents because they can't buy in bulk like Target.
Yep.
Pay that 25 cents. Pay that 50 cents.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And again, that's self-hatred when you question that, which I don't like at all. But again, it's economics right there. Because white folks only understand two things, to be honest. Power, guns, violence, and money.
That's
and
it.
Money is power. Go ahead.
No, you're 100%. And that's been their whole ideology from the get-go. They done slaughtered nations with this. But I want to hone in back to that point where you was talking about self-hatred. And it's funny that you say that because it ties into people like Candace Owens, goes out here and spew hatred. And these are the same type of people. And let's say, for instance, too, you have a lot of black people who, yes, you got all these people getting killed by police, but the main topic that they always talk about is what?
Black on black crime. And, and it kills me with that because there's really no such thing really a black on black crime because everybody do crime in their own community.
100%.
And we always complain about black people's self-hatred. From Marvin Gaye, what's going on, listen to that. He talking about, yo, brother, what you doing? Remember the rappers, Stop the Violence. You listen to the 80s rapper like Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One. They complain about black people having hatred for one another. So we always talked about that. And again, that's just people deflecting. I don't mind white people deflecting. I don't like when people like that Bedouin you just mentioned. I don't like even saying her name, to be honest, because we got to pay her no mind, let her die off with them old racist white
100%.
folks. You know what I'm saying? But that.
No, here's the funny thing. I just want to point, and this is what a lot of people don't read. Statistically, white people kill more white people statistically than blacks kill blacks. There's a lot more of them in this country. So, you know what I mean? You're going to have overwhelming whites that kill each other every day. We just don't, it's not publicized like it is. They publicize our pain.
We do one thing, it's blown up. We do one thing. I mean, a white person will go to a church and shoot it up. You know what I'm saying? He get brung to Burger King, treated nicely and fair. We do one thing, we drive drunk or whatever, a phony $20 bill, we die. See, they just take one thing we do and they blow it up because
that's it.
Black people in America, probably throughout the world, but I have to talk about the country that I live in. But in America, like we gotta be perfect. You know what I mean? We gotta have an excellent credit score to get a loan that an average white person can get.
Oh my God.
You feel what I'm saying? Like a college, a white boy that's a high school dropout can get a job faster than the black man with a college degree. You feel what I'm saying? In a system of white supremacy, that's allowed. And a lot of them do not want to change that. I don't know how many white people you see out there like that. A lot of them still go home to that white Jesus. So don't let that fool you. I'm glad it's out there, and some of them might be doing it from the heart, and some is got another reason why they're there. You have to be really careful about that. But I got to go back to the three things: economics. That's very important.
It's great to hear that, to reiterate that again and again and again. And I hope you listeners understand where we're coming from. And another thing too, you know what I mean? Black love don't mean white hate. You know what I mean? Especially with Dr. No Job speaking from his point of view and our point of view. And this is for white listeners, Asians, Arabs. We're not going to be unapologetic about that. Black people come first.
That's B1. No hands that listen. I'm not apologizing for loving myself first. Before I apologize, I want people to go down to Chinatown, tell them apologize. Go to the Pale-Faced Arab community, tell them apologize. And think about they love for themselves is fine, but the problem is you see Chinese people beating up the black woman in their store. First of all, we shouldn't be in them damn store. We shouldn't be in them damn store in the first place, to be honest with you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I feel like going around and smacking you up in the head, but you should not be in the store supporting them. You know what I'm saying? But again, you can't show me a video we beat up somebody because they Chinese. We beat up somebody because they Pale-Faced Arab. We beat up somebody because they white. You can't show me a video. So again, economic. Our money have to stay in our for forever. Forget 6 minutes, 6 hours, they know forever. Because we can do it. At Black people at the whole, we get on the same page. We can do it. You got Black Wall Street. They proved it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Rosewood. Every state had a black community at that time. And they still was hanging us from a tree. And what we doing black on black crime then? No. You know what I'm saying? So what was the excuse way back then? Hanging us from a tree. You know what I'm saying? So I have to go back to that black on black crime. that right there, you sounding like your white slave master when you say that, because it's not remotely close to being true. Another thing, Chinese people will sneak Chinese people from their country to America, and they got to work in a restaurant 24 hours a day with no pay. They exploit their own people. How come you don't complain about that?
For real, preach that. You better put that out there because it's true.
I never hear nobody complain about Chinese or Chinese crime, and they exploit their own people
to the max.
To the max, exactly. When you have one black man who's like a Don King, who I don't like, or who exploits somebody, now they got all of us like that.
Yeah.
And every black person will have a Don King type of attitude when it comes to exploiting his own people. But again, them is brainwashed Negroes, coons. That's basically what it is. The Charles Barkley's of the world.
Yep.
You know, they can't survive without, they need white folks. They can't breathe without them. They can't sleep without them. They need them. So the court thing will always sit there and say, to deflect, it's a dog whistle to their master. I'm on your side, master. I'm on your side. Forget them niggas. Forget Dr. No Job. Forget that. Forget Chaos Radio. They racist, but not me. I love you. And that's not me. I'm not an apologetic black man. I won't be on here shedding no tears. Believe it. I got other things I shed, but it won't be tears. I can promise you.
Definitely, but you see, the thing is, but there's a point I want to put out. You could talk freely like this because a white person doesn't pay you.
Oh, no, not like no. You know, I guess I run a business online where I get all different types of people. I don't know who really buy my product. It doesn't really matter.
Now, it's funny that you say that. Me and you have to come back and do another show about that as far as just businesses and, you know what I mean, black people can get into for, you know what I mean, for less than a pair of Jordan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. No. It's a lot of work. Yes. I mean, you definitely can do that. Like, you know, people sit there and say, oh, the people are not racist. Yeah, we are. We see green. If it ain't green, keep it pushing. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing. Like I said, my products, I have good products online. I have good products, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Shop Like a King is good product that people use every day. You know what I'm saying? And I don't pick and choose who my customers. It don't bother me. It don't bother me whatsoever. And that's the credit card is valid. Yeah.
And that's the difference between a person like you and a person who owns a business is racist. They would not allow certain people to come and shop at their business. But for people like us, we'll serve anybody. They can come eat at our place. We don't have no issue with them because we don't see race like that. You know what I mean?
Don't have that. We had a brick and mortar like a Dunkin' Donuts. You're right. You're 1,000% right about that. Anybody could come and eat my donuts. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can do all that.
And nobody's going to get harassed. Nobody's not going to tell nobody you can't be there. You parking on the wrong street. We will never do that. We'll even go after our own people for disrespecting people for no reason.
No, you would get, if I run a style on this, like I said, like a Dunkin' Donuts or something, one of my employees disrespect the customer, he's a cop or whatever the case may be, that person would get fired immediately right then and there because I'm not playing that. Because again, the simple fact is I run a business. Yeah. And the only thing you see is green. I don't care about anything else. So all I see right there is green. And you got to be respectful about that when you're dealing with different type of customers. Because again, we don't do that by nature. Other groups do that, but we don't practice that. We don't believe in that right there. Because we fear. We're beyond fear, to be honest.
Preach.
You're not going to kill me and my brother going to say, oh, my brother don't want forgiveness. No, I want you to set it off.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and lie, set it off because we're not forgiving like that. And, you know, that's another subject. But again,
So to wrap it up, you know what I mean, just a few last statements, you know what I mean, and I want you to I'm gonna just point this out there, and I'm gonna tell people this: the whole point of this whole situation is change, and people got to change mentally, they got to change spiritually, and they got to change emotionally too. But to bring this back, the fact is, you have to be aligned with your people. If you're not thinking black, if you're not emotionally black, if you're not sleeping black, or if you're not marrying black, then you're going to have issues understanding what me and my partner here are talking about. And that's my whole point. That's my last point on this.
And, you know, the hands up mindset is definitely, you have to change your mindset. You know, when you hear, you got a lot of young kids, they wear their pants off their ass like that. And, and you know, people say, oh, pull your pants up. See, my thing is pulling up their mindset. See, once you pull up their mindset, the pants going to follow. You know, you get them right. Mindset is definitely number one right there. Because, again, if you have a dirty mind or a poverty mind, you will always be a dirty, poverty person. You know what I'm saying? And we have to learn how to love each other. And Dr. Henry Clark said, look to your left and look to your right. This is all we got each other. And that's true. That's all we got. You know what I mean? And you have so many people out there very disrespectful, especially when it comes to the black woman. Like me personally, the black woman comes first. The black woman, it comes first. There's no woman that, not going to be next to me. There's no woman that, when I decide to get married, going to be to a black woman. That's 100%. And my circle is the black woman because they understand the struggle. No other woman on the planet understands the struggle like the black woman. See, 100%. One thing about the black woman, they want you to stand up and man up. See, other groups, when they deal with the Beckys of the world, you could be a weak Negro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And crawling your shell.
Yeah. You could be a cornball. You don't have to have a job. You don't got to be nothing to the table. When you take with Shaniqua, a sister that got a mind right, and you got a mind right, I mean, the sky's the limit.
No,
but
you
a mindset. And like I said, we have to work together as a group of people. And you know what I mean? And like I said, it's not open right now, but like I said, I'm about to launch me a program where we're going to hold, black people by the hand and show them how to be an entrepreneur. It's not open. I'm just perfecting a lot of little kinks I got to work out.
Oh, yeah. The school you was talking about.
Yeah, it's going to be, the little kinks I got to work out because, again, I want everybody to be successful, not just one or two people. Everybody got to be successful because the way I was raised, and not by my parents, not by my uncle, outside my family, the neighbors, is you get on, you put your brothers and sisters on your family, you put your friends on till you go for your people. That's the way I was raised. You know what I mean? That's the mindset that we got to have. Once you get on, you put other brothers and sisters on. And no need to keep that a secret to yourself. Because as long as at the top, we be one. I want to bring other people, but I got to make sure they got a B1 attitude. That's very important. Every group practice that. We the only one who talk about it, scream about it, but then want to invite Becky to the party and time out. It don't work like that. It reminds me one more thing before we go.
Yeah.
The follower of Martin Luther King said this. The follower of Martin Luther King said, you cannot sleep white and talk black. And you cannot call the followers of Martin Luther King a racist because they love white people.
Yep.
That don't mean they want to lay down with them like that. They love white folks. You know what I'm saying? But again, you cannot sleep white, and you know what I mean, and talk black. That's why I got no respect for Baron Allen. He could just, I have no respect. And we shouldn't support no man like that.
No, we shouldn't. He's a co-conspirator.
Yeah, because people fact that he just saying that to get a bag. And that's fine to get that bag, but don't use us. Why don't you go to the white community and ask them to come back you up and fight racism and Comcast? Why you come to the Breakfast Club? Why you going to Black folk? Go to Howard Stern show. Go to the white show and you get the white folk to back you up.
No, they won't.
That's not gonna have you shaking your head. You're right. The white gonna look at you like whatever, and pay you no mind, man.
It doesn't support the narrative, and that's crazy.
It definitely don't support the narrative. And you listen, man. I breathe the B1. I think it. I live it. I drink it. I eat it. All that. Because I'm for my people, yo.
That's down. It. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Chaos Culture Radio. I have my man Dr. No Job on here, and just to plug that in one more time. ShopLikeAKing.com. Chaos is the coupon code. Get 20% off. You know what I mean? Support black-owned business. Last words.
Black folks, man, we can do it. Nothing is stopping us but ourselves. Nothing. I mean, got the racism out there. Listen, I know about that, but that cannot stop you from doing something financially for yourself. That don't stop us from coming together as a group of people. You can't go to jail with unity. You can't go to jail for a black unity. They can't beat you in the head. They can't tear gas you. They can't do none of that. And J. Edward Hoover, the FBI director, he said that the greatest fear was black unity. And with black man, black woman, produce beautiful black kids, and us coming together, it's better than any type of weapon a white man.
Yeah.
We got to change our minds. So by me saying this, thank you for having me on your show. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming on. And many more episodes.
Oh, many more, of course.
All right, definitely. B1.
Yeah, B1 all day.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.